We're going to just take a couple of questions to finish up from some British NFL super fans. We're going to unlock fandom with Decyfr Sport. And our first question is from Adam from Bucs UK.
Hi guys, it's Adam here from Bucs UK. I've got a question for Scott and Neil. What's your take on the suggestions for improving the overtime rule in the future for the NFL? Thanks guys, keep up the good work.
Good stuff there from Adam. So I just want both quarterbacks to touch the football in overtime, Scott. I'm a simple man. I don't care how they work it out, but let's have both guys have an opportunity. It broke my heart to see Josh Allen not get the football.
Oh, okay, I understand. By the way, it was Adam, I believe, gave the question. Amazing man cave, and go Bucs there. That was an amazing. I love the background. Okay, you want both teams. Give me a proposal though. Don't just say I want both teams to touch the ball.
All right.
Because if you do it where both teams get a possession, fine. So in that Bills-Chiefs game, Mahomes goes down, scores a touchdown. Allen goes down, scores a touchdown. Then what?
Then I don't mind it being sudden death then.
But then you're like, well, why does Mahomes get the first possession after both teams get a mandated possession? And it was because they won the coin flip.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I mean, that's where it's.
I got one.
Have you got one? I don't have one.
I'm a contrarian. I wouldn't change the rule. I wouldn't. Defense is a part of NFL football. And I'm sorry that we were robbed of extra football in one of the most entertaining playoff games of all time. But I think people that play the game will tell you, certainly defenders will tell you, no, it's on us. It's on us to stop him, even if it's Mahomes in a scintillating offensive performance with all the weapons that he has at Arrowhead Stadium. We got to stop him. We got to at least stop him from scoring a touchdown and get the ball back to our guy. So I would not change it, but I think there might be some momentum to change it, and I wouldn't fight against it being changed. I'm not saying it's perfect. Right. I just don't think it needs to be changed. How about this one? It's called a blind bid. Okay. So end of the game, end of regulation. We're tied. No coin flip. It's pure sudden death. Andy Reid and Sean McDermott on their own sidelines write down on a piece of paper what yard line they want the football on. Okay? So Andy Reid writes down, I want the ball on the 20-yard line. Our own 20. Got to go 80 yards for a touchdown. But Sean McDermott wrote the 19-yard line. Sean McDermott and the Bills get the football, and they don't know what either one of them bid.
I love that.
The NFL would never do it, but one of my social media followers proposed it to me, and I loved it. I'm like, because what would they have bid in that Bills game? They could have put the 1-yard line.
They both scored a touchdown.
We want to know no, but the 1-yard line, meaning I got to go 99 yards.
No. They would have both scored from their own one, marching 99 yards. So they would have felt confident.
But the drama of where they would have bid would have been something to see on TV.
So we'll monitor that one in the offseason. Rest assured, I will not be on the committee that comes up with the answers, but Scott Hanson might. Let's go. Two more we're going to take, and then we're going to wrap up. Let's go to Chris from Los Angeles Rams UK.
Hi, it's Chris from Los Angeles Rams UK. Question for Neil. What has surprised you most about the Rams this year? And a question for Scott, without the obvious choices, who has impressed you most on the Rams roster this year? And across the NFL, which players have stood out to you the most?
All right, so I'll take the Rams. What surprised me the most? I think it was that they looked so lost in November. We've touched on it already. We won't touch on the players from around the league. We've kind of done that with our awards. I was surprised how lost they looked, and then they found themselves, which was important. And I'll tell you the one other thing, and then I'll throw it over to you, Scott, for players that have impressed you. They've been accused of being a finesse team. They were physical as all hell against the San Francisco 49ers. They held the 49ers to 50 rushing yards on 20 carries, and they got after Jimmy Garoppolo at the end of that game. They ripped that finesse label off their backs, which I think was good, and it surprised me. Give us a lesser name that stood out for you from the Rams.
Okay, I'll give you two at the risk of going over here. Andrew Whitworth, the starting.
Well over. Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
Andrew Whitworth, the starting left tackle for the Rams, doing it as old as he is. I mean, everyone talks about Brady's age. Whitworth plays an infinitely more physical position, and he's starting in a Super Bowl against the team with whom he broke into the league, the Cincinnati Bengals. He's a fantastic story. And the other one, Cam Akers. What Cam Akers, and I'm not even saying, he hasn't had a 200-yard rushing game or anything like that, but what Cam Akers did coming back from an injury that absolutely would have cost 99% of NFL players could not have come back in the same season from a torn Achilles injury that he suffered in training camp, I guess it was July.
Yeah, July.
To come back and to be able to play in the playoffs and now playing in the Super Bowl, and he's going to be a factor in this Super Bowl. Cam Akers has impressed the heck out of me.
All right, good stuff. Let's take our last question then. This one's from George, who is a big Indianapolis Colts fan.
Hey Scott, George here from George on Sports. I'm a huge fan of your work and I always love seeing you on NFL Sundays. My question for you, do you think more teams will try to emulate what the Cincinnati Bengals have done by drafting multiple players from the same college team? So Joe Burrow, Tyler Shelvin and Jamar Chase. Or do you think it's too risky of a game plan?
That is an interesting one. So Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, 34 touchdowns in 33 games, Scott, in college and the pros, clearly on the same page. So as George asks, do you think more are going to find comfort blankets for their quarterbacks?
I think, George, great question, and thank you for the compliment. I think that there is an aspect of that, but first and foremost is the talent level. You wouldn't take an Alabama player in round 1 and then take another Alabama player in round 2 unless both of them had a first round and a second round grade. Right. And then it's icing on the cake, basically, that they were teammates, especially if they play on the same side of the ball and they've already got some shorthand communication between the two of them. We have seen that before because we do have, our handful of college football factories, Alabama being right up there, LSU, Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia now, Clemson. There are teams that have multiple NFL prospects on their rosters. I think that the Burrow and Chase thing is really, really unique. But keep in mind, they only had one really won the national championship season because Jamar in Burrow's rookie year, he opted out because of the COVID opt-out. That he didn't play in his senior year. So they've had, it wasn't like they were 4-year collegiate players together. But I think it's a good observation, George. And if it's on the same side of the ball and those players from the same school have round grades, first round, second round, third round that happen to match up, sure, take a guy from the same team and get that rapport already established.
Scott, I've got my overtime proposal. I just thought of it.
Let's go. Well, now,
Bills win.
In the UK, what do you refer to this as?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, that's the same thing we call it. Different people call it different things over here, though.
Oh, okay.
Rochambeau, I've heard it called a few different things over here in the United States, but rock, paper, scissors. But then you'll get guys cheating. You'll get the guys who are like, no, I thought we were going to go on 3. And then they wait, and then they do, or they'll do one of these. They'll do a
kind of half and half thing. Yeah,
like, oh, what is this? Is that
it's
scissors?
a paper? Is it a paper or a rock? Yeah. All right, we are out of time. Just a reminder, you can stay across Decyfr Sport all across social media on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. They're going to have daily content all around the NFL, all around Super Bowl. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I'll be on Sky Sports NFL from 10 o'clock on Sunday, February the 13th, Super Bowl 56, the Rams and the Bengals. Scott, enjoy.
Have a great Super Bowl Sunday, Neil. Always good to be with you. And thanks to everybody watching here on Decyfr Sport. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Hey, everyone. I'm Scott Hanson from NFL RedZone. If you want to see the best in the NFL, check out Decyfr Sport for all the pro football news and information.